The Night on Your Side I-Team uncovered stunning confessions made during a job interview with the federal government. Listen to this. A man allegedly admitted to visiting child porn websites and devising plans to rape underage girls.
The I-Team has confirmed that man is a target of an Air Force criminal investigation now. Chief investigative reporter Craig Cheatham obtained a copy of sealed records in the case and has exclusive details.
Fantasies about raping underage girls, plans for the attacks, sexually attracted to girls as young as 6, visited child porn websites. These are the alleged confessions of a 23-year-old man made during a job interview with the federal government in March 2018. 1 month later, in April of last year, he started working at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base.
People need to be fired for this particular case.
Mark Zaid is an attorney who has focused on national security issues for 2 decades. He believes the man's comments were made during a review of his background for a possible security clearance. It's unclear if he received that security clearance.
As soon as the background investigator was told this information in March, that you would have thought, set off a chain reaction to make sure this information got to the right people.
But as the I-Team discovered, the information apparently didn't reach the people who hired the man at Wright-Patterson.
And that's just pathetically sad and very uncomfortable.
The details of this case are provided in a sworn affidavit an Air Force special agent filed 5 weeks ago. The special agent identified the man as the target of a federal criminal investigation. The agent wrote Wright-Patterson's Office of Special Investigations didn't learn about the man's comments until last September, 5 months after Wright-Patterson hired him.
Reading through this affidavit, there's 1,000,001 red flags. Why did it take months for anyone in the government to do anything about him, much less that he got hired by Wright-Patterson Air Force Base?
It's unclear who notified Air Force investigators or why Wright-Patterson didn't contact other federal agencies that interviewed the man before it hired him. Wright-Patterson has declined to answer nearly all of our questions, citing the active criminal investigation and the man's right to privacy.
Boggles the mind. How can that happen in the federal government? How can you apply for one job in Fairfax, make all these bad admissions, and the people in Wright-Pat don't know?
Randy Freaking, a prominent Cincinnati attorney, has handled hundreds of cases focusing on employment law.
How hard would it be to pick up your phone in Dayton, Ohio, and call down to Fairfax and say, this guy interviewed down there, why didn't you hire him?
A Wright-Patterson spokeswoman would not disclose if anyone involved in hiring the man had done that. Court records reveal federal search warrants were executed at the suspect's home and were used to obtain information from his online accounts.
All right, now let's go take a look at the cell phone.
Ty Bronwart, the lead forensics investigator for Nexagen, a Newport cybersecurity company, showed us what investigators may be looking for and what they might find.
You can get login information, which you can pull down the chat history. This information can point us to new targets, new leads, different sites. We can record what pictures they downloaded, where had they been. It's actually a roadmap.
A Wright-Patterson spokeswoman says the suspect's last day at work was January 23rd, less than a week after we provided the base with a copy of the Air Force agent's affidavit and a detailed list of questions that, for the most part, remain unanswered.
This is a really good textbook case of how the system has holes in it and needs to be improved.
During the 10 months the suspect worked at the base, he lived next to a child development center. The suspect declined to comment. His attorney told the I-Team he doesn't expect his client to be charged, adding that he hasn't seen one piece of evidence suggesting that the suspect has committed a crime.